New Zealand is being reminded to stay across our emergency preparedness following Myanmar's 7.7 magnitude earthquake. As the death toll continues to rise in Southeast Asia, experts here are highlighting the similarities between that fault line and the one in Wellington. Senior correspondent Lisette Raymer reports.
3 days into the torturous task of recovering bodies, rescuers cradle a survivor in disbelief and relief. This 30-year-old woman remarkably pulled alive from her pancaked apartment building in Mandalay. But tragedies of this scale leave little space for joy, and miracles are in short supply. This pregnant woman was also found alive, but she did not survive being pulled from the wreckage. 1,700 people are confirmed dead, hundreds are still missing, and the destruction across the Burmese city is immense. The hospitals are struggling to cope with the number of casualties, and residents are struggling to cope with their new reality. At this monastery, monks look in horror at the holes that have been drilled to recover buried victims. Aid efforts are hampered by cracked roads, and rescue efforts are hampered by aftershocks. Survivors sent running for their lives yet again, as a humanitarian crisis fuelled by a 4-year-long civil war reaches new levels of desperation.
It is an immense challenge, and it is basically an emergency on the top of the emergency, and a crisis on the top of the crisis.
The Myanmar fault line and the damage it has caused has New Zealand's GNS scientists raising a warning flag.
We've had a major earthquake, 7.7. It was very shallow, and it went right through a very densely populated area. And that can serve as a nice analogy in New Zealand to the Wellington fault.
This disaster, a reminder for Kiwis, especially in the capital, not to be complacent.
It does show, what the effect can be, and so it is something that, it may not happen in our lifetimes. It could happen tomorrow. We have no idea. So it is something that you can always have in the back of your mind and something to be prepared for.
The seismic activity has already hit closer to home. Tonga shaken awake by a quake and tsunami siren just after 1 this morning. The magnitude 7 quake hit at a depth of 10 kilometres off the coast of Pangai. Among those heading to higher ground, Christchurch's Levi Winters.
I was quite confused because, just woken up and the whole room was rattling. And so, I was pretty confused. But then it came to me, I was like, that's an earthquake. It's quite a strong one.
His Tongan holiday interrupted.
It's definitely been a while since you felt a big shake like that. Like, it definitely was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's like, it was almost like a reminder of just like, oh yeah, these get quite strong.
The recent quake cluster is coincidental, not connected in any way. But still, the weekend of tectonic terror has sent a warning ripple across our shores.